Hi class, Mr. Goyette from National University Academy. Wanted to put some of our discussion about economics in some context here. You've been studying now Unit 7, and you've gone through Units 1 through 7 now in your course. And some of the work you've been doing may have been interesting. Some of it may have been a task that you simply did to get out of the way to get the grade and move forward. Whatever the case may be, I wanted to talk about this whole thing about macroeconomics and make mention of the fact that if you don't apply some of these concepts in the macro end to the micro end, to your personal finances, this class isn't really of any use to you. And I have a lot of conversations with friends of mine who are not in teaching and students like yourselves who say, why the hell can I, why did I ever take high school economics, or why am I taking high school economics? Because it is so macro, because it is the big picture economics, we often end up talking about political ideologies. We talk about what this economist believes or that economist believes, what Reaganomics were and what Obamonomics are. Those conversations are, well, they may be interesting and get your blood going in some cases, or may entirely bore you to death. This class will mean nothing to you unless you step up and do something for your personal finances. So what I want you to do when you finish this course, or now, today, start now, is take a look at your personal finances. You get a guide such as this. This is the Wall Street Journal Guide to Personal Finance. You can pick up, it doesn't have to be this product in particular, it can be anything like it. And what I want you to think about, that we just talked about prime rate, we talked about interest rates before, we talked about how to savings, we talked about mutual funds, money market funds, the benefits of owning a home, putting money away, saving money for college. All these things are things we need to really think about more so than any of this political and economic theory. So please, while you can indulge your economic concepts and political concepts and talk about them over coffee or something, what you really should think about are your personal finances at the end of this course. Start today. Get a copy of a personal guide like this and look at your personal income. How are you going to budget for things like college? How are you going to budget for the things you want? Do you want a particular car or a particular instrument or something that are you looking forward to a trip that you want to take? Don't try to always rely on other people for these things. Try to budget. Don't go to your parents for money. And I know they're gonna. You may say, "What? Don't go to your parents for money? Isn't that what they're for?" No, they're not. You're going to be graduating seniors, so you need to come up with a plan to save your own money and handle your own affairs in terms of your finances. And this means being smart about saving and investing. Whether you're the type that's going to go out there and invest in the stock market or put it in the bank and go frugally, you want to understand what your risk level is and understand what kind of investor you are. So if you just want to make a slow and steady, wins the race, hang your head on a pension type of investment, or you want to get in there in the market, go out there and understand something about what you're doing. Don't just throw money in there and hope something happens. Now, if you get into investing in the stock market, you're going to have ups and downs, and I want you to read up on how the stock market works. Don't just expect to do day trading and make a lot of money unless you really know what you're doing. So please start with little things like balancing a checkbook, knowing what your interest rate is on your credit card, your APR, what your minimum is and what you should pay. Always try to pay off your balance if you can. Don't pay with credit if you can help it. Pay with cash, pay with a check, and pay right then and there. Don't defer the payment. If you have to pay interest on something, try to pay it off as soon as you can. If you have a student loan, see if it's a Stafford loan or a subsidized Pell Grant. Those are good. That's actually good debt, because the government's loaning you that money, and even though you're paying the interest, it's a low interest rate. So if you understand these things, you can do your own finances wisely. So yeah, this might be an interesting book, and all this macroeconomic stuff might be beneficial to you, and especially if you become an economist or work in Washington or run your own business. But just for your personal finances, act now to understand something about them, and guard your own money so that you can make the decisions that you want to make and be in control of your own future instead of having to depend on other people for your financial viability. And I'll see you in class. Thank you for listening to this little public service announcement, if you want to call it that, and I'll see you in class. Bye now.